Everybody, it's Michael Griswold, creator and founder of ReunitedRelationships.com, and I'm coming to you from my office here at the local Starbucks. The topic of today's video is relationship problems, what causes them, and how to prevent them from happening or how to fix them once they've already taken hold. So in order to really determine how to fix them, we need to know what are the most common relationship problems. That would be helpful, right? Well, coaching people and being in the relationship advice field for the last couple of years, I noticed that there are certain issues that recur, that people oftentimes have challenge with, and which are really the source of every other problem. I've boiled them down to three, and the three main issues in any relationship that causes problems are: one, trust. If you can't trust somebody, then there's really no basis of relationship. Number two, communication. If you can't communicate well, then it's difficult for the other person to know where you're coming from or for you to know where they're coming from. And number three, sex. And the reason that's so important is because it really is an expression of the other two, of trust and communication. So in this video, we're going to talk about trust and how to identify whether that's an issue, and then what to do if it is. Some practical steps that you can take so that your relationship can either be solidified, made stronger, or just disposed of if the trust issues aren't able to be overcome. Alright? So, first of all, dealing with trust, I'm sure this makes sense to you, that if I can't trust you, if we're together in a relationship and I can't trust you, then we have no basis for anything else. If I don't trust you, then everything that you say is suspect, right? And every memory that we make, every declaration, everything that is said back and forth is suspect. And you're building a relationship on nothing, on absolutely nothing. Because without trust, there's nothing to stand on. There's no solid ground. Now, if that's the situation that you find yourself in, you have to determine, one, are you the one that's untrustworthy? Because oftentimes people who have trust issues because they don't trust themselves. So the first thing to do is, do you trust yourself? Are you honest? Are you trustworthy? If you're not, then begin to change your behavior so that you can trust yourself, so that you can believe yourself, and so that you can say the things that you want to say without doubting. If that's in check and the other person is untrustworthy, then you have to set up some sort of means by which they earn your trust. Trust, if it's been compromised in a relationship, has to be earned. And this is going to be different depending on your situation. It's going to be different depending on your circumstances. If the trust was compromised relationally by infidelity or them cheating on you, then, to me, that's a huge issue. And if it's been further compromised by them not coming clean on it, then it really isn't. It really is at the point where you need to determine whether this is worth going after. Because people who've proven themselves to be untrustworthy in the past are going to continue in that same behavior. And the problem is that you never really know, are they being honest? If there's been an infidelity or a series of lies, and you've found out about it, well then, what grounds do you have to believe anything else that they say? My suggestion in this situation is to take a step back, to end things for a while, to allow you both time to develop clarity. Because here's what happens. With time comes clarity, and with clarity comes resolve. Oftentimes, in the midst of a relationship that has had the trust compromised, people try to make a decision when they're not clear. They're too emotionally invested. They're too reactionary. Instead, give yourself the opportunity to have time, so that with time you can develop clarity, and with clarity you can develop resolve. We all know what it's like to have been clear about something, about what you want to do, where you want to go, And then there's nothing that stands in your way. No one can thwart you because you're clear on your resolve. So I'm sure that makes sense. So, to recap, the trust issue is huge, and if it's been compromised, my recommendation is that you take a step back so that you can analyze what your response should be, what you want it to be, and then you can, with resolve, execute it. In the next video, we're going to talk about communication, and thirdly, we're going to be talking about sex. How these other two really help to give foundation to trust, and how they help to strengthen or weaken your relationship. So until then, one more thing I forgot to mention is that for a limited time, if you go to reunitedrelationships.com, if this kind of stuff resonates with you, if you find yourself wanting more information on how to address and resolve your relationship difficulties, if you go to reunitedrelationships.com, for a limited time, I'm offering a free 30-minute one-on-one consultation for all people who order my course. So if you go to reunitedrelationships.com, order the course, I will be notified of it, and then I will call you so that we can set up a one-on-one so that you can have specific advice tailor-made for your unique situation, so that your relationship life can be as thriving and as vibrant and as satisfying as you want it to be. So if that interests you, go to reunitedrelationships.com, order the course, and that day I will call you to set up our 30-minute one-on-one. Okay?